And how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest gaming news. Today I have some news on Ghostwire Tokyo, one of Bethesda's upcoming games that seems to have gone silent since its initial E3 2019 announcement. And added to this mysterious situation, Ikumi Nakamura, the game director and genius behind Ghostwire Tokyo, mysteriously left Tango Gameworks as well. We still have no idea why she did that, however she has been somewhat passive-aggressively talking about the situation on Twitter ever since it happened. She says she put a lot of work into that game, all of the creatures, the story, everything was a creation of hers, and she is very disappointed that she couldn't see this project, Ghostwire Tokyo, to fruition. And Ikumi was one of the shining stars of Bethesda's E3 2019 showcase, so that makes it even weirder that right afterwards she pretty much left Bethesda or was asked to leave, or who even knows what the situation actually was. A lot of people were wondering what the future of Ghostwire Tokyo was, but Bethesda Softworks has said that the game is still in development, everything is fine, don't worry. I said this in a previous video, so I decided to go back to Ghostwire Tokyo's trademark filings today to see if I could dig up anything to bring any more light or information to this situation, and I found something. This is actually something I was aware of a little while ago, however at the time it didn't mean much, but now that a few months have passed, this situation has gotten even weirder. But don't worry, because as always, we're going to be breaking that information down together, because I'm going to be recording my screen, that way you can see that my bullshit capacity meter is on point, and that way you can have all the links and stuff to verify this stuff for yourself if you choose to. And we're going to start our adventure at our old friend, all of the current, pending, and active trademarks and patents filed by ZeniMax and thus Bethesda Softworks, Bethesda Game Studios, everything under the sun underneath that ZeniMax corporate umbrella. Obviously today I said we would be talking about Ghostwire Tokyo, so if we specifically search for Ghostwire Tokyo, we can see the three main trademarks right here. There's the main one for the United States Patent and Trademark Office, then there's one for the Canadian Patent Office, and then one for the European and International Patent Offices. The one we're going to be focusing on today, because it is the mother trademark, the one overseeing all of the other trademarks, is this one right here. We're going to take its actual trademark ID to look into it a little bit deeper to find any trademark documents, and by doing this you can go down here first to see that the most recent update to this trademark was actually a long time ago, August 2019, and like I said, I was aware of this update a long time ago, but at the time it didn't mean much, because what this update is essentially, as we can find in the actual letter right here that was mailed to Bethesda, is as follows. ZeniMax has actually 6 months from the time that this letter was sent to make any actual changes to this trademark filing for Ghostwire Tokyo, as the US Patent and Trademark Office has said in order for them to actually accept this trademark and to allow it to progress further into the trademark system, ZeniMax would have to make some changes to the trademark, mostly just like be more specific in the wording of classification filings, and just small things like that that may not be too interesting. However, the thing that is interesting is, like I said, when I originally found this in August 2019 last year, still is weird saying 2019 is last year, but anyway, when I found this last year, I didn't think it was anything important. I figured that shortly after this letter was sent, ZeniMax would just make the changes to the trademark and everything would be fine. This actually is kinda common. This happens with almost every trademark a lot of gaming companies file, and the company would just make the changes that the patent office asked for, refile it, and everything would move forward. However, as you can see, they say that they had 6 months from the time that this was sent, which means 6 months from the end of August, and we're almost already through that entire time. I believe ZeniMax has like less than 2 months now to make the changes to this trademark and send it forward to the trademark office, and usually ZeniMax and other companies don't wait so long to make simple changes like that, which leads me to believe that ZeniMax is either not paying particular attention to Ghostwire Tokyo and its needs, maybe because of all the internal drama going on with Tango Gameworks, or maybe because they're actually planning to either abandon Ghostwire Tokyo and pick it back up at a later time, or I hope this isn't the case, but they may plan on canceling it altogether. And yes, even though this is speculation based on actual evidence, there is a lot of actual evidence to support this. We have Ikumi Nakamura, the person who said they put all of their effort and all of their creative vision into Ghostwire Tokyo, shortly leaving Bethesda right after she became an iconic part of Bethesda's E3 2019 showcase and pretty much E3 as a whole. There is a lot of attention on Ghostwire Tokyo and Ikumi, and for her to mysteriously leave Bethesda for no reason and then to talk about the situation in somewhat of a passive-aggressive and kind of like really let down way on Twitter is a piece of evidence right there. And then there is other leaks saying that other members of Tango Gameworks were being let go or relocated to other Bethesda studios, which is another another red flag, whether that's true or not, that something is going on with Tango Gameworks and thus Ghostwire Tokyo. And then we have this trademark situation where ZeniMax seems to be turning a blind eye to the actual trademark paperwork needs for Ghostwire Tokyo, and with all of this combined, it's even more overwhelming evidence that at best, Ghostwire Tokyo may be delayed, or at worst, Ghostwire Tokyo is completely cancelled and abandoned until who knows when, potentially forever, which would make a little bit of sense and kind of explain why Ikumi decided to leave Bethesda and why she is upset about how the situation happened. Because even if another developer, another game director went on to oversee Ghostwire Tokyo and the game eventually came out, I wouldn't think Ikumi would be so upset about the situation. I mean, she's not just straight up saying, I don't like this is bullshit, I'm not happy about how this happened, but she has said numerous times on Twitter, you can look through her reply history and stuff, that she put a lot of work into this project. She always refers to it as that project, never calling it Ghostwire Tokyo, but it's obviously what she's talking about. For her to openly talk about it like that makes me believe that either she knew that Bethesda was planning to abandon Ghostwire Tokyo or cancel it altogether, and that is what caused her to actually leave Bethesda Softworks, knowing that her big project, the one that she's put a lot of love and attention and care into, is being just abandoned by ZeniMax for some unknown reason. Just really pissed her off, and I don't blame her. It pissed her off to the point to where she left the company behind altogether, and maybe with everything else in mind, with how ZeniMax has been making just wrong decisions revolving Fallout 76 and over monetization and stuff like that, maybe she just saw the writing on the wall, at least for her, and knew it was better for her to just remove herself from the situation, especially because her dream project was stepped on and abandoned by Bethesda. That's kind of like telling Todd Howard that after all these years you can't make Starfield and it's totally cancelled. I don't see Todd Howard accepting that, and I believe that ZeniMax would start to shut down these other projects other than Bethesda Game Studios projects, because it seems like Bethesda Game Studios is ZeniMax's bread and butter, and they would kind of let Bethesda Game Studios do what they want to do and cut other projects before canceling any BGS stuff like Starfield, like that recent leak that I destroyed in yesterday's video. But that's basically everything in this situation. The summary is that ZeniMax was supposed to make changes to their Ghostwire Tokyo trademark a long time ago. This is kind of routine, however what isn't routine is how long it's taking ZeniMax to actually do this. They have less than 2 months to make changes to the trademark before the Ghostwire Tokyo trademark is abandoned, and that is yet another piece of evidence to suggest that Ghostwire Tokyo is either getting delayed or cancelled altogether. But as always, what I want to know is, what do you think about all of this? Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and if your comment wins the internet, I may get featured in the future video. If you like the content, be sure to like the video. It helps the channel more than you might think. And if you want to stay in the know when it comes to the latest gaming news, be sure to subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss the latest uploads. Follow me over on Twitter for the latest channel updates. Come over to the official Skullzi Discord chat server where there is always an awesome and active conversation and some speculation taking place. Be sure to check out the official Skullzi merchandise sites to get a hype bullshit capacity meter t-shirt or some other cool stuff over at Loot Drop on Teespring. And if you want to have your hand in providing future content and getting access to unique and awesome awards, then consider subscribing to the community over on Patreon or joining the channel here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. Links for all of these awesome things are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when Ghostwire Tokyo was the amazing project that never was.
it just works.